Hi guys, it's Melissa with Knitting a Tale Crafts. We're going to talk about some work in progresses that I have that I've had for a little while, trying to get done this month in February. The first one is going to be an entrelac scarf. I started this actually a couple years ago and then was trying to finish it off and I ran out of yarn. So rather than shorten it, because I felt like it could have been a little bit longer than where it actually let off, I went and found another ball of yarn, same colorway, obviously, it's a different dye lot, but either way. One of the things that I like about entrelac is the look that you get from it, where it looks like it's woven together. With the color changing yarn, each of the squares tends to be a different color. So it really adds to the uniqueness of the scarf. In this case, what I'm using is Noro Kurion. This particular colorway is number 199. Get that right up there so you can see it. Again, I've worked on this for a couple of years. I saw an entrelac scarf pattern in a knitting book, I think the Encyclopedia of Knitting, back about 20 some odd years ago. And so I always had wanted to make one and was working on it. And again, I got to just a certain point and had to add another thing of yarn on. At the point where I'm at, there are these little end triangles. So I need one more triangle and then straight across the top to finish this off. And then after that, I need to block it. So this is a fairly close to being finished scarf. I apologize, there's a little bit of stuff on it. My cats, if I have anything out, like to sit on my knitting as if it helps what I'm working on. Bless. The other project that I have is a lace scarf. Now, when I showed it in a previous video, it did have a different lace pattern on it. That was rose trellis. The reason that I chose rose trellis initially is because the yarn color is Dragon's Blood Rose. This is really pretty kind of coppery color. The Dragon's Blood Rose is an actual rose variation that was created in California, where I live. And I bought the yarn that it's made from at the Bay Area Yarn Crawl up at the Royal Bee, which is in Pacifica. And the yarn brand is Sea Change Yarn. I had two different ones that I got from them. The first one, this one, is their littoral fingering, and it's made from Falkland Merino. And then the other yarn that I'm holding with it is this lovely yarn, and this is their seafoam lace. And the seafoam lace is made from baby alpaca, silk, and cashmere, so no mohair, but it gives still that mohair haze. It's just very, very soft, luxurious lace yarn. I actually want to buy some to make a whole lace project with it in and of itself. So I didn't like the way that the original project was coming out. The needles were a little bit too small, so you couldn't really see the lace pattern. So I ripped it out and then restarted it. So this is what I have. The pattern that's on here is called Field of Flowers. And it's just a 12-row repeat. Very, very easy, simple lace pattern. It looks like my cat's got to it. A very, very simple lace pattern. And so this is just going to work through until I finish up the yarn. So once I get these done, I will go ahead and show you the finished projects.
A few inches later.
So I finished my Field of Flowers scarf. We're going to go ahead and take a look at it here in just a minute. I do know that I showed the entrelac scarf earlier, and unfortunately that scarf had to be scrapped. It kept developing holes, so every time I'd fix a hole, then I'd find another one. And the bad part about it is because of the type of yarn I was using, the Noro Kurion yarn, it's a self-striping yarn, so I had to wait until I was at a section that I had matching yarn for. Otherwise, the repairs would be really noticeable, and I just kept finding break after break after break where a hole had developed in the scarf, and I finally got to a point where I just couldn't fix them anymore. So that scarf had to go bye-bye, unfortunately. But we are going to take a look here at my Field of Flowers scarf. So come with me over to Pigeon Point Lighthouse.